There's a lot of people within inside the community who come in, they get excited, they see the potential of making an extra income online, and they maybe don't necessarily understand the journey that they're going to have to go through. For me, when I looked into trading in 2017, there was a lot of demons, there was a lot of things in the closets, there was a lot of old versions of me that I had not addressed before I actually took the leap into the space. And a lot of you that are watching this right now, you're here, you know, you've put £300 in, £400, £500, and you're maybe not getting the same results as other people. And then what you're starting to do is you're starting to question, does the system work? Do the trades work? Is the trader competent? Is he knowledgeable? Does he know what he's doing? Can I actually make money? What if I lose some more money? And you end up in that fear cycle. You end up in almost like a scarcity mindset, in a position where you're not actually sure if you can make money in this space. And you know, we've had almost 10,000 clients join in the last 6 months, which is eye-watering numbers. But what I really want to address with you guys on this call is, if you're new to this, there is a journey that you're going to have to go through. If you put £300 in and you're expecting that to pay your mortgage for the next 10 years without going through a little bit of pain, without going through a little bit of heartache, without going through a little bit of suffering, if you will, that's not possible. Because what starts to happen is you start to make money. You start to grow, you start to turn that £300 into £400, into £500. I've had clients take a £300 account to 6 figures and not understand the journey that they've gone through to actually make that type of money. Because if you were to do that in a day-to-day job, your skill level, your kind of value to the market would have to exponentially increase to get that income level that you're desiring. So when you come into this space, you have to understand that we've been doing this for nearly 10 years. And we've created a system that you can come into, that there's no setup fee, there's no cost, there's no monthly outgoings, there's nothing from a cost perspective to you guys who are looking to get started with this. So the risk is zero. And sometimes that's a bad thing, because there's no financial exchange, there's no emotional buy-in to this. So when things get hard, when it gets tough, when it gets to a point where you're losing a little bit of money and you're not sure why, the easiest thing to do is to quit. It's to blame other people. It's to kind of resent the system. It's to maybe vent about, oh, this doesn't work, or this person's no longer doing this, or this person's no longer in X, Y, Z. So you end up not really focusing on the actual issues. Sorry, the dogs are just falling through my legs. You end up not focusing on the actual issues at hand, which is you. You've come into this to make more money, so you have to take full accountability for your current financial thermostat of where you are in your life right now. And you might not be in a position where you can lose that £300. If that's the case, you probably shouldn't be trading. That's me just being dead honest. This might not be for you. Trading might not be for you. But what I have found is those who stuck with me from 2017, from 2018, who have really gone all in on this and they've wanted to focus on really learning this skill set, they're the ones who now, fast forward 5, 6, 7, 8 years, they're in a much different position financially, because they understand the ability to learn a skill set. We're not teaching you how to sit at a chart for 7 to 12 hours a day, to mark up the graphs and to do this with 6 monitors. That's not what I built this system for. I built this for the average person who's got kids, who's working at home, who's working a day-to-day job that requires time, that has commitments. The ability to receive a trade idea through on your phone that says buy now or sell now is what we wanted to create. So if you're coming into this and you're thinking that this is the Hail Mary that's going to get you out of all of your financial positions, can that happen? Yes. Will it happen instantly? No. Because what's going to happen is you're going to start to come through them battles that you're going to have to identify yourself. And I always say this, trading will identify and amplify the version of you that you are right now. So if you live in a lack mindset, scarcity mindset, then you might be sat on this call watching it thinking, well, I do manifestation and I'm woke and I'm this. No, you're gonna fucking burn your account because you're in la la land that you've not addressed things from when you were 5 years of age. So what ends up happening is you don't focus on the things at hand that are gonna actually stop you getting to that thing. You don't address it, you don't dig deep into it, and then you end up blaming the system, blaming the trades, blaming the trader, blaming myself. The amount of messages that I get on a day-to-day basis saying this doesn't work, when I'm taking the same trades as you, I've grown my account exponentially in the last however many weeks, and I'm sat here living proof that you do not need hundreds of thousands of pounds to make life-changing money. For some of you on this call, life-changing money might not be thousands and thousands a day, a week, a month. It might just be a couple of extra quid a day. You might want 10 quid, 20 quid, 50 quid a day extra. Is that possible? Yes. The dogs are going to start fighting and growling at each other now because you've pissed them off, right? I'm just joking. But in this space, you're going to have to really dig in and identify you as a person. And I can't help with that journey. I can't help with, you becoming that best version of you. Like I said, this will really, really hone in on some of your weaknesses as a human being. It'll amplify it. So I would recommend, when it starts to get a little bit tough, when the trades are going a little bit west, gold is in an unprecedented time right now. Like, you just have to look at the moves that are happening day in, day out. But again, you're not in this niche. So for you, this is a difficult time to join. If you'd have joined this system 2 years ago when everything was like la 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 la, sunshine, unicorns and rainbows, bombs weren't getting dropped, Putin wasn't saying this, Trump wasn't doing this, people weren't getting stabbed and this, that and the other, you'd be laughing. But that'd have been too easy. Now, there's a lot more emotion, a lot more risk involved when it comes to you as a human being. So what I really want you to do is, when times get tough, look and be like, right, do I want this as much as I say I do? Because for me right now, I'm telling you, I would do this again in a heartbeat. I would go through this journey, I'd go through this cycle, because it helped me to identify the flaws that I had in myself. It helped me to really identify the weaknesses that I had, because I was doing all the mindset work. I was going to Bob Proctor seminars, I was going to Tony Robbins events, I was going to all of this other stuff that I felt like was progressing me, that was making me better. I was listening to the podcast, I was doing all of the mindset stuff, but I wasn't doing anything financially. So when I actually got the trajectory into this and I started to trade and I started to feel that emotion about being £1.29 down, about over leveraging, about over trading, about putting increased lot sizes on, I started to be like, wow, okay, there's a couple of emotions that are coming up. What is that? Why do I feel that way? What's the overarching feeling that's making me check my phone 65 times when I know I'm only a quid in drawdown? Is it control? Is it lack of kind of awareness that you don't know what you're doing? You're going into the unknown. You might not know the space. Are you panicking that you're losing money that you can't afford to lose? Have you put too much money in? Have you over leveraged? Have you over risked? So all of this stuff starts to play a factor that you didn't know when you went through and you filled in the form. Because nowhere on that getting started process does it going to say, this is going to strip the fuck out of you and make you realize bare bone who you are as a human being. Trading will expose you quick. So when I hear that there's groups going around and people banding together to talk shit and, belittle the system and say that it doesn't work and this, that and the other, that there to me shows the level of awareness of them people. Because for me, I know that trading incurs risk. I know that I can lose my money. I know what I'm willing to lose, what I'm willing to risk. I know the results of the trading, but if I can't follow the instructions, I can't follow the system, I can't follow the guidance, I can't follow the rules that have been put in place, then I should expect to lose my money. So this is the thing right now that I really wanted to make this video, just to make you all aware. If you've made it this far into this video, it's you versus you. You could go do this in drop shipping, you could go do affiliate marketing, you could go do any other industry. When you start to earn money, you'll get exposed again. And guess what? That won't work. Drop shipping won't work. E-commerce won't work. And I guarantee you watching this right now that's going through this journey, I want you to ask yourself, how many ventures have you tried? How many times have you launched a business? How many times have you joined a new network marketing company? And for some reason, it never works. It's always the leaders. It's always the product. It's always the service. It's always the system. You've never took that time to say, well, what if it's me? What if I'm the reason that I go to these new companies and they don't work? The products don't work, the system doesn't work, the leadership fails, this, that, and the other. There's always an external factor as to why I don't win. You have to start to take some accountability at some point and say, well, maybe it's fucking me. Maybe I don't have the skills. Maybe I don't have this. Maybe I don't have that. I did this. 2016, 2017, I really got highlighted to all of my flaws. I then spent 5 or 6 years building a company that I thought was going to exponentially increase me. It highlighted a hell of a lot of other different things. I worked on myself over that time. I took a couple of years out to really dig deep. Now, I'm sat here in a villa that is my dream home, driving my dream car with my dream girl, my dream dogs, my dream businesses. Yes, manifestation works. The spiritual side of the world works. But guess what? I had to fucking work. I had to look at the shit that I didn't enjoy that was coming up on a consistent basis. I'm in trades right now, and I would not have been able to not check my phone 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I would have been one eye like this, checking my phone to see how much drawdown I was in or to see how much profit I was in. Some of you on this call, you will let your trade go all the way to margin call, all the way to busting your account, but you won't let it make profit. You'll put your trade to a break even too quick. You'll take profit too early because you're not used to making money. For me, money comes in abundance all day, every day, because that's what I believe. That's my belief level. That's my faith in what it is that I'm doing. So watching this video right now, you might have to start to strip back, look internal, look at what it is that you're actually wanting out of this journey. Is it a community? If that's the case, we have events every couple of months in person. We have calls 3 times a week, mindset calls, trading calls. We have retreats for the affiliates. There's a home and a hub here for you if you want it. The problem is you might not be ready for that. You might just be here to make a little bit of money, and that's completely fine. But you cannot expect this level of income, this level of life, this level of growth, this level of gratitude, this level of kind of belief without all of the shit coming before it. Some of you have been in a day, a week, a month, and you're saying this doesn't work. I can sit here right now as a 36-year-old male with 15, 16 years in the game, and I can tell you this is the best skill set that any single person on this planet can learn. The reason that most don't learn it, the reason that the statistics is 97% fail rate, the reason that most people never get the income level that they desire is because they don't eat the shit. They don't go through the hard parts. When the version of themselves is presented in the mirror with who they are, who they truly are, their deep down root to the core, they don't like what they see. They don't like the emotions that come up. They don't like the feelings that are presented with them. And it's easier to act like the other 90% fail, to run away, to quit, to give up. But I guarantee if you can go through that, it might cost you a few accounts. I bust the best part of 50 grand over a few years, maybe 6. Some of my friends to this day, 5 or 6 years in, still aren't profitable in trading. When I say profitable, I mean like making good money. They make enough to live, but they're not profitable. Some of you, it's going to take more time. You've got more trauma, more past things to go through, more versions of you that you've not necessarily peeled the onion layers off. So this video was really designed to kind of just share light on some of the things that are coming across my desk that I'm hearing. For me, I don't resonate on that frequency. I don't operate at that level. So for me, I see my results. I see my trading account. I see the network of people around me making the money that they're making, the trades that they're getting, the lifestyle that they're living, the belief that they have. That's what I see. So then when I take a bit of a step back and I look at the overall picture and I see and hear things and I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense to me. I put my hand out to offer help, to offer support. I do the calls every single week. Them same people close mouths, not asking for support, not asking for help, not asking for guidance. If you're sat in a position that you don't want to be in, earning a level of income that you do not want to be earning, and you desire more, you desire the finer things in life, then that's time freedom. reach out, drop a message, put, I don't know, something in the question below here, fill something in. I might put a form here or something like that you might be struggling with, like a feedback form or something like that. And let's really see who wants it. Let's really see who's willing to say, listen, I'm struggling, because I'm that guy. If I don't understand something, the guys will tell you here that are recording this with me, I will ask questions. If I don't understand why that cable does that to that, I'll ask the question. If I don't understand why this doesn't do this, I'll ask the questions. I only have to ask it once. But some of you daren't ask the question, and you'd rather not find out the answers that you truly look for. So guys, I hope this video brought you some value. It's been something that's been sat on my desk for a good minute, and I wasn't sure whether to really word it how I worded it, but I want you guys to always see the real, the raw, the authentic version of me, the truth. I'll never shy away from people losing money because it is part of the nature of the game. It's not something that I want to highlight and be like, oh yay, people are losing money, because I don't want you guys losing money. The reason we've spent the years and years and years and years and years that we have, and the calls that we do, the weekly calls, the trainings, the this, the that, the reason all of that is in place is to have an infrastructure, a base, a hub for those of you who truly want to fucking win. If that's not you, no dramas. But if it is, I'll see you on the calls. I'll see you inside. Have a great day.